Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Crypto here with another CRO update and also a Cronos update too. But also, I want to talk about Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin because at the moment, Bitcoin dominance is starting to go higher and higher. And it can be quite scary when it comes to altcoins. But also, I want to talk about also the inflows of the Bitcoin ETFs seem to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I really do think we're at the start of a major bull move coming. So give us a like and give us a subscribe. It's always much appreciated. So yeah, let's just get into it. So on the hourly, it's looking a bit reddish with the odd green light. Mog up 3 point and Mew up 2.8% at the moment. But looking at daily, it's looking still fairly green. Weekly's green, monthly's green, and then we've got the yearly green. And I'm hoping this keeps going because I really do think alt season is getting closer and closer and closer, and that is when we're going to make those big gains. But beforehand, I believe that we just need to take for the alts that little bit of pain before we get the really, really exciting times ahead of us. But looking at CRO at the moment, let's have check CRO. CRO coin. It's sitting it hasn't really changed much. It's sitting up at about just over $2 billion. Volume is just over 6 million. Slightly down on volume at the moment. Yeah, it's just chopping sideways, to be honest with you. And why is that? And my belief is it's because of probably Bitcoin dominance. But I'm hoping, and really am hoping, that Mery gets listed, some burns come along. Because when all season comes along and retail start coming back in, which I believe they will at some point, but will that be when Bitcoin is at $80,000 or $100,000? At some point, they will come in. And with what Crypto.com is doing, which is not just good for the crypto market, it's good, I think, for the CRO coin still. Because when people sign up to Crypto.com and they stake or they get the debit cards or they earn, they probably might buy CRO coin, which is going to be a good thing. But if we also get burns as well, that's going to be a good thing because as the demand's there and the coin gets rarer, obviously that pushes the price up. But we want traction, as I say on every video. We just want to get traction on that Cronos ecosystem. If we could get traction out there on the Crow Farm and other people start talking about it, about it more, get it out there to the masses, that is when I really think CRO is going to make some big moves. Because you see big moves happening with Crypto.com and what they're doing, and everybody knows who Crypto.com is, but not everybody knows what their native token is, which is CRO. But that will change. But like I say to a lot of people, for me, I'm just sitting on my hands. I'm just waiting for the masses to come because that's when the masses come, that's when we're going to get that alt season really kick off, in my opinion. But CRO, Crypto.com, the Cronos ecosystem, I'm not worried about that at all. I just keep on holding my coins and waiting for that big move to happen. Because remember what happened in 2021 with CRO coin? It absolutely skyrocketed, and we can see this right here on the charts. We were just shy of $1. Look at that big move. Nothing really, all sideways action, nothing really happening, and bang, straight there. And that was around about, let's go to that was about of 26th of November of 2021. Then we dropped down. Then went in the bear market and sideways action ever since, and we're right down here. Will we ever get to all-time high? I can't see into the future. Going off what the fundamentals are with crypto as a whole, not just Crypto.com and Cronos, as a whole, I believe it will. I believe we will get to $1. I believe that we will even go to $2. That's what I'm believing. And obviously, time will tell. We can't see into the future. Nobody can. But anyway, looking at that, it's looking pretty good. And the Cronos ecosystem, Core is slightly down 24, but Mery is still gathering traction. It's still sitting at around about 3.94% on the 24 hours at 10.8 million. I've DCA'd into a bit of Mery again because if it gets listed on Crypto.com, I think we're going to have a big, big move up to the upside. And we know what happened when Core got listed on Crypto.com as well. It had that big exponential move to the upside, an absolutely massive candle to the upside. And I really do think that Mery could well do the same. I really do think we have that nice move up, sideways action, and it gets this on Crypto.com. I think we're going to go right up there. We're going to get a God candle, in my opinion. Might be wrong, but that's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen. And as I said, regarding alt season, for the whole crypto alts, I think at the moment we've just got to hold tight because it's Bitcoin's time at the moment. Bitcoin is taking its move. It's taking its move now. And that's why we're dropped down to about 20% because what's happening is people are taking the money out of alt. They're going in, some of them are going into Bitcoin because they think Bitcoin's going to make a big move to the upside, which I certainly think it's going to do. So it's going to take all that liquidity, not all of it, but some of that liquidity out the altcoins, and it's gone into Bitcoin. And then what will happen is when we get Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin has done what it needs to do, and we can see here in this green box, I think it could be anywhere between what it is now and around about up to about 67% before we get alt season. And that's when it will top out and it will start to drop down. That's what my opinion is. That's what happened back in, that was around about August. Same thing happened. We got the dominance topping out, and then we dropped down in dominance, and that is when we had alt season again kicking off. And we can see here, we can see on stock RSI, it got oversold, and the same thing is happening again. And again, it happened here. It's sort of coming oversold again. Time is repeating. I think we still got a little bit more to go before that dominance comes down. I really do. Bitcoin could get to $80,000 to $100,000. That's what my personal opinion is of it. And I really do think if we get to anywhere up into this green box, drop down, and that's when we're going to get that alt season. That's my personal opinion. That's how I'm actually seeing it at the moment. But we can see like the CRO coin at the moment as well. Look at that on the weekly. As I said to you, back in 2021, November 2021, bang, look at that massive move to the upside. And then if we go down to the daily at the moment, and nothing's really changed. We're still on that falling wedge at the moment. We're still falling wedge. So we may come down a little bit, but on the stock RSI, the relative strength index at the moment, it's just chopping sideways. It's just about being patient and waiting at the moment, in my opinion. But what I'm liking at the moment with Bitcoin is we're in that bull flag, which has been coming down, higher lows, lower higher lows, and lower lows. And then we've got that higher high again. Now we've taken out that area of resistance from breaking that down, which is going to give us, I personally think it's going to give us a really big move. And we could take that to there. And I really do think it's only a matter of time before we make some massive, massive move to that $100,000 mark. It's getting there. It's getting closer and closer and closer. Obviously, we're coming up to that area of resistance, which is around about $67,000 to $68,000 mark. Break that, and the next area of resistance is coming out at around about $69,000 to $70,000. That's where I think we're going. But looking at the ETFs at the moment, it just tells you what's happening. 253,000, 555,000, 371,000, 458,000, 470,000. The institutions keep buying. As retail get bored and sell, the institutions are buying. MicroStrategy, BlackRock, they're all buying. They don't care if we drop down 5%, 10%, 20%, or whatever. They are buying. Michael Saylor pointed it out in a tweet. He keeps buying the top, but he doesn't care because he's got a long time horizon. But a lot of us retail want to make our money now. But anyway, what's happening is they're not selling. They keep on buying. Yes, we do get negative outflows come out sometimes, but majority of times now it seems to be showing that we're getting more and more, especially with rate cuts coming as well. And don't forget, we've got the elections coming up and Donald Trump is taking his position, is increasing. I don't care who wins, really. I think Donald Trump wins. We're going to make some big moves to the upside. If Kamala Harris wins, I still think we're going to go up. I don't think we're going to suddenly go crash. Yes, there might be like a short-term pullback if Kamala Harris gets in, but I think overall we will make our way back up to the upside, especially Bitcoin and then the rest of the alts and such like. But as we can see here, Bitcoin keeps grinding away at the moment. And you can look on the weekly as well. The weekly is just showing the same thing. It's showing that we're ready for a breakout. We're breaking that downward trend. We're creating it as support. And then the next leg up is, like I said, is to that mark of around about that 67, 68. Get past that. We're going to 69, 70,000. And then off to Valhalla, in my opinion. Unless we get some Black Swan event. Unless we might get a pullback. If something like Israel attacks Iran or something like that, we might get a pullback. To me, my personal view is that every pullback that we have now, in alt or Bitcoin, is a DCA opportunity, and it's worth taking it. You know, some people don't do that. Some people don't want to take the risk. I'm a risk taker. And sometimes in life, you've just got to take those risks. But that's my personal opinion. Nothing I say on here is financial advice. You always do your own research. But the money flows on the Cypher B is coming in as well. Look at that. It's rising up on the weekly. It's getting out. I'm waiting for that second green dot like we did here. We've got a green dot and another green dot. And then look what happened. Smack. But also, what I am also watching for at the moment is, I don't know if you notice outside, but we're getting the moon phase. And if we go to the daily on that one, and we can see here on the day, it'd be a lot, maybe a bit more easier to see. If you look outside your window at night, the moon is big. You know, I know some people think it's mythical or anything like that, but it has played out. And we can see here, right back here, September of 2024, we moved up. It does play out. And now we've got the start of the bull moon again. And everything at the moment is feeling bullish. And if I look on the MACD, if I get rid of this and look at the MACD as well, if I move that out of the way, let's go to the MACD, find it down here. And we can find it down here, the MACD, wherever it is there, moving average. And we can see here, we've crossed over and now starting to make a way up. So everything's coming in. Money flow's coming in. MACD's crossed over. The histograms on it are starting to turn green. And that's on the daily. But when we look on the weekly, again, it's like the same kind of thing. We've now started to cross over. Starting to get a first green histogram on the weekly. And then also the money flow is rising. Everything, the technicals, the fundamentals are all there in place. Bitcoin dominance is rising. We want that to rise, really. I know it doesn't seem nice on the altcoins, but we want it to rise. We want Bitcoin to do well. We want it to push up to 80,000, to 100,000, 150,000. And then ease off and let the alts catch up. That is when we're going to make those big moves. So it's all about being patient. Pullbacks, I'm buying. And that's the way it is. And that's what I'm doing. That's how I made it in the last bull market. The previous bear market of 2020, 2019, I just DCA'd, held on. It was boring. It was tiresome. Fed up. I think my money keeps going down. And then suddenly that explosion happened, as we all can remember, in 2021. It went absolutely crazy. 2020, 2021, it went mental. And I'm expecting the same thing from now onwards, all the way up to, I don't know, when will the bull market end? Nobody knows. People say October of 2025. Some people say the first quarter of 2025. Nobody actually knows. So this is your time to have a plan. Have a plan of action. Where you're buying, where you're selling. You know, do not get left at the top holding your bags. When you're making those gains and you like what you're seeing, that's when my personal view will be when I be starting to take profits. So it's all exciting times ahead. I personally feel technicals and fundamentals are there. I really do think that we're going higher. My personal, let me know in the comments below. Do you think we're going higher, or do you think this is it? We're topping out. Let me know in the comments below. It's always much appreciated. But also, like I said, smash that like and smash that subscribe. It's always much appreciated. And I'll see you soon in another video. Take care and have a great day.